After few days at Rio Dulce and Livingston, I decided to move to my next destination, which is Guatemala City and Antigua. Everybody cautioned about the traffic of Guatemala City, but I have no other choice. I cannot avoid that city. But all the friends suggested to visit the city called Antigua, which is an old colonial city, and in fact, it was the old capital of Guatemala. But after I reached Guatemala, I was regretted. This was the worst riding day in thus far because the Antigua city road condition, the traffic, and the people, that's not suitable for a heavy bike with a lot of luggage. And also, I reached there on Sunday evening. It was the worst combination and it was a total nightmare. It took 2.5 hours to cross 2 kilometers. It was the worst. It was a very long ride from Rio Dulce to Antigua. The roads are pretty, lot of mountain, very twisty roads. The road conditions are uh, reasonably good, but as usual, it's very narrow road. Stopping the bike on the roadside is almost impossible or very difficult. So I was keep riding, and it was very hot, really, really hot, and it's it was kind of mixed. Some places looks very scenic, lot of mountains. Some places looks a little dry, and I've seen some mining activities on the way, and a lot of mango and a lot of other fruits. But they are not cheap. Even though there is a lot of mango, they are expensive. Place which is very difficult highway, and then there is a lot of people selling mango. There is a lot of mango, but the seller is not very friendly. I asked few mango, he refused to give few mango. He told me either buy all or no. I don't know. I stopped on the way to take a break. Some local friends stopped by with the auto. And that's Bajaj, Indian auto. Yeah, India. So they were interested in the motorcycle. So I just stopped by. They are really nice. And the cow behind me, I was feeding them. So one thing, traveling with a heavy bike and big bike, you will get a lot of attention. It's positive and negative as well. So far, mostly positive, but people caution me. And due to the heavy heat condition, I have to stop often to hydrate myself and take a break because it was a long ride, hilly and twisty ride, and I need to hydrate myself very often. Finally, I reached the most feared city of Guatemala with heavy traffic, and I reached there almost in the evening, the worst timing. But it was a good test for my riding skill because I never go through a big city so far with the heavy traffic, and it's like kind of chaotic. It's a orchestrated chaos. It was pretty tough, almost like an hour or something to pass the Guatemala City and go towards the Antigua. The Antigua is a very hilly ride. It was sometimes scary. The true nightmare started after I reached Antigua. When the Google map shows me that I need to make a right turn from the road, a steep slope, and an immediate left turn on a loosely a big rocky road, I was literally scared. I stopped my bike on the road in a very tight corner, nearly 45 minutes. Everybody was honking because it was the worst place to stop the bike. And I literally afraid to ride on that because if I ride, I may drop the bike and it will be a total nightmare. I waited there for nearly 30 minutes and then finally the traffic didn't seems to be stopping or reducing. So finally I got my gut and I drove down to the stone road in a very caution way. But I was not able to make the turn in which street I am supposed to go to get into my Airbnb. By the time the Airbnb residence is just a 2 kilometer from where I was, but that 2 kilometer seems to be a really a death road and a lot of people. And this video is I took it on the next day, but the time I'm trying to pass, it was in the evening on Sunday. It's full of restaurant, heavy traffic, unthinkable. I literally stopped in the middle of the road. At that time, a British rider, Andy, came and he took my bike. He ran almost a kilometer and then he took my bike and he rode my bike to my Airbnb and then I just walked there. It was so nice of him and his wife and it was really, really a worst day in my riding days. I took a different route. I thought maybe I can avoid the main street, but there is no other choice. I had to go through that. Andy is a seasoned traveler. He and his wife traveling around the world for last 6 years, and he is a celebrity motorcycle reviewer and writer. And they travel very slowly, and it was so nice of him. Thank you, Andy. Next 2 days, I started exploring the city. They are repairing the road. The city has to really do something because it's in a very bad condition. The road is really in a bad condition. It was really beautiful. So I took a $20 ticket to see inside the church. It looks really nice, but it's kind of ruined right now. But it's really beautiful. In the center looks like a nice water fountain. This cathedral seems to be one of the main cathedral in 1700 or 1800. After the earthquake, it destroyed most of them. I think they collected all the artifacts, whatever they could, and they are preserving it. Some of the nice woodwork, and I've seen some wine container, I guess. It's a very old, very antique artifacts. They preserve it or they are collecting it. This such seems to be very accommodating a lot of priests and even students in those days. And the earthquake is completely destroyed the second floor, the top floor. Only the basement floor is intact. I think they have
Majestic
restored a little
fountain.
bit of research, but now it's kind of like a monument. And it's a wonderful place.
This is a very beautiful city, surrounded with the mountain and volcanoes. It's a small town, kind of, with the colonial architecture, except the road condition is.
The next day, I decided to go to the nearby mountain where they have a huge cross and it has a beautiful park and a city view, but it's a steep climb.
It's a huge uphill climb and the mountain. Hope we can have a good view of the city, but it's a tough climb. Several thousand steps. Finally reached the summit. This is the city of Antigua, nearby mountain. It's a nice park.
I have to go to Guatemala City to collect some paper, but I decided to go by local bus from Antigua. It's like a 50 kilometer, and the traffic was pretty bad. I'm glad that I didn't ride, but anyway, I have to go through the same traffic tomorrow when I'm crossing border to Guatemala, El Salvador.